What's up, guys? It's Matteo from Conquered Leads here, and this is how to export a targeted list for cold email. So let's get straight into it. First of all, the introduction. Why should you read this document or watch this video? So many people think they can download a free list that they learned how to scrape on YouTube and use that to send mass cold emails. But if you get this wrong, you will lose a bunch of time and money, since your deliverability will mess up and you'll burn through ideal clients who would have paid you if you did it right. So yeah, in this document or video, I go over how to make the list targeted specifically so you won't run into these issues. So targeted versus untargeted list. The lead list is the base of your cold email campaigns. So if your list isn't targeted, you will inevitably get bad results. So not only does this list determine the target market you're reaching out to, but it also affects the relevance in your actual cold email scripts. So as you can see here, if the lead list falls apart, the offer, the scripts, your sales ability, your response handling skills all fall apart as well, because it's the basis of your campaigns, right? So what is cold email for those who don't know? It's basically the practice of sending emails to prospects without prior interaction or consent. So these prospects have not subscribed to your email list or expressed direct interest in your services or products. So the challenge and art of cold email lies in initiating a conversation and building a relationship from a cold start. So what happens if your list is not targeted? You'll inevitably get bad results because there is no personalization whatsoever. So let's say you export a list of e-commerce brands and your email copy would be, hey, I noticed you're an e-commerce brand. Sounds like you've emailed this to every e-com brand in the world, right? So how do we personalize this at scale? Is literally by having a targeted list. So instead of targeting e-com brands, we can target skincare brands in California who use Klaviyo for emails. So it's more personalized, right? So in our actual copy of our cold email script, we can say, hey, opted into your newsletter and had an idea that worked for a similar skincare brand in California like yours. So this makes a 100x difference, and it all came down to the lead list, right? So here's a quick graphic. Hey, notice you're an e-commerce brand. You're the 100th person who emailed this, unsubscribe, right? Whereas you say, I opted into your newsletter and had an idea that worked for a similar skincare brand in California like yours. They're like, oh, he's actually trying to help me. What do you have in mind? Boom. So what is at risk by not exporting a list? So your competitors will steal your ideal clients. Even if you know your offer is the best on the market and you can produce the best results, if your competitors don't know how to export a list, they will still take potential clients away from you. So imagine one of your competitors winning a client over you. They don't produce any results, they underdeliver and end up churning that client. Now this client has trust issues when it comes to using other agencies or businesses. And although it's not your fault, it is your problem, because you know that a client would be so much better off if they went with you instead. So it all comes down to your competitors knowing how to export a targeted list, and you don't. So be better, right? You don't want to be like this guy here. So who am I? My name is Matteo Banzon. I'm the co-founder of Conquered Leads. I ran a lead gen company for real estate agents, which I've gotten 95% of my clients through cold email and was consistently booking 25 to 35 sales calls per month. Now I do this for 10 plus marketing agency owners. So here are my social media profiles and my best YouTube videos. So part 2, defining your ideal client profile. So what is an ideal client profile, or ICP? An ideal client profile is a well-defined understanding of the perfect company, as well as the person that the company would be a decision maker for your products or services. So it should include a wide range of attributes common to your perfect client, right? And what factors they use to determine your ICP. So for company, we can determine the company's location, employee count, industry, keywords, or any technologies they use. And in terms of people, we just want the job title and location, right? So how do you clearly define your ICP? So it relies on you going out and doing market research, because without doing this, your strategy becomes a guessing game, and you start, and you can start by answering questions like, what industry are my clients in? Where are they located? What is their company size? What technologies they use? Are they hiring for any positions? And who are the decision makers? So in terms of industry, you want to niche down as much as possible so it can reflect your ICP more accurately. So if you're targeting clothing brands that would fall under the apparel and fashion industry, Yeah, if you were targeting cars resellers, they would fall under the automotive industry. If you're targeting gyms, they'd be under the health, wellness, and fitness industry, and so on. You get the point, right? But as long as you have a big enough TAM, which is a total addressable market, you should narrow this down as much as possible for optimal results and like the personalization I was talking about earlier. So I recommend having a TAM of at least 10K people to start with, because anything less than that is not ideal, because cold email is a numbers game, and the more volume you do, the better results you get. So yeah. Whoops. In terms of keywords, you would be it's what would be in your client's website or SEO description. So for example, if I was targeting SEO agencies, keywords such as SEO would work well. Or if I was targeting beauty, e-com brands, keywords like makeup or mascara would work well. So these keywords should be niche down and be specific on your targeting. I spelled that wrong. But yeah, remember to always have a big enough TAM when using keywords, so don't overdo it, right? Website SEO description, niche down, make sure the TAM is good enough. In terms of location, it's pretty self-explanatory. So do you want to target certain states, countrywide, specific cities? You not only want to think about where the company is located, but you also want to think about the decision maker of the company that's located, right? So for example, if you wanted to reach out to a company based in the US, but they're located in the Maldives, it's probably not the best to email them because of spam laws, and they're probably not your ideal client anyway. So double check this. For starters, you should target USA, Canada, UK, Australia, and New Zealand because they're all like English speaking. Yeah, countrywide, certain states, citywide, up to you. But do your research and make sure you're following GDPR and the CAN spam laws. I don't want to give you any legal advice, but yeah, just do your research. Company size, you can determine this through company revenue. However, you should always use employee count to determine this. So yeah, let me explain. If you're selling a 2K a month service, you probably don't want to work with anyone making less than 10K a month, just because, they're not the ideal clients you want to work with. Anything under that. But yeah, when exporting a list, most databases have inaccurate company revenue stats due to private info and outdated data. But yeah, making companies who most likely aren't in your ICP show up on your list or not include your actual ICP on your list. So as a general standard, but not exact, 1 to 10 employees is like 0 to 30K a month. So brokies. 11 to 20 employees is 30K to 100K a month. So small businesses. 21 to 50 employees is 100K to $1 million a month. So small to mid-sized businesses. Anything 51 plus employees is around 1 million plus months. And mid-sized businesses and beyond. So here's a diagram showing better. In terms of technologies used, what technologies or software do they use? So if they're targeting e-com brands, the technologies they would use could be Shopify, Shopify Plus, WooCommerce, etc. If you're targeting D2C companies who use Klaviyo for their email marketing, you would use Klaviyo as their technology used. So yeah, if you're looking for local businesses who are already running Facebook ads, you would use Facebook Pixel. And yeah, you could look for technologies used by companies that you want to replace with a better technology, such as upgrading people from Mailchimp to Klaviyo or migrating WooCommerce brands to Shopify, as an example. Next is, are they hiring? So this is for the companies you'd like to target hiring for any specific roles. So for example, are they hiring for sales, developers, hiring for a new CMO? So you can hyper personalize your script if you know that you're offering services to fill in the role they were looking to hire. So you can act as their solution to the problem they're facing, that they were hoping to hire someone in-house for, right? So job titles, who are the decision makers? What management level are they in? Departments? You need to make sure that the people you reach out to are actually aware of your service and how it can benefit them. And they must be able to make financial decisions for the business. Otherwise, there's kind of no point, right? You don't want to be talking to some receptionist or personal assistant who has no authority over the business whatsoever. So for start, we recommend founder, owner, and CEO. But if you wanted to target marketing roles, you could do CMO, marketing manager, VP of marketing, head of marketing. You get the point, right? So part 3 is market research. And you want to look at your current clients. So if you're generating really good tangible results for your current clients, you should be reflecting their avatar in your ICP. So you should write down all of your clients' factors of their business and get stats on their industry, company size, location, etc. With the data of your current clients, you can come up with patterns or trends to hone down your final defined ICP, right? And this takes a lot of work, but it is what is required to be 100% accurate on your ICP, and you want to do what is required. If you get this wrong, you'll have so many issues later on. So yeah, here are your current clients, and you want to come up with their data and patterns, right? Next is we recommend building a dream client list. So build a list of 10 to 20 dream clients because you get a better sense of your ICP. So these are your prospects who you would feel like you have accomplished business if you could flex that you could work with them or you've worked with them, right? So yeah, if you have worked with them and had their logo on your website, had their case study, people would be amazed and want to work with you because if you were allowed to work with that client, that means you must be the best, right? For example, if I was an e-com agency, my dream client would be Amazon, Walmart, Home Depot, Target, eBay, Nike, right? So once you come up with this list, you're closer to defining your ICP to the max. And it just gives you that better understanding of how you can define your ICP. So next is build a potential client list. So this should be a list of 100 to 200 people, similar to the dream client list, except these people are people who are actually realistic to be your clients. And, you know, for example, if you wanted Nike to be your dream client, they probably have an insane in-house marketing team, right? So it's very unrealistic for them to be your client. But yeah, these potential clients are your prospects who you've reached out to or have offered your services or think you could benefit from your services who you haven't reached out to yet. And yeah, once you come up with this list, you can find patterns and trends to actually finalize defining your ICP, as you can see here. Next is you want to leverage AI for market research. So I recommend looking at your current clients and building dream/potential clients first. But if you can't be bothered, you can always use AI. Use ChatGPT to define your ICP for you. And here's a starting prompt. So, you know, I own a business. My ideal clients are in industry. My ideal clients are located here. They make at least this much per month. Use this technology. My ideal clients are looking for a job title position, and the decisions of my ideal clients are job title. With this information, define my ideal client with the following factors. Boom. And this is an example output for real estate marketing Facebook ads agency that I just made. Yeah, and so on. So yeah, it comes up with the location, employee count, industry, keywords, technologies, job titles, and hiring needs. So part 4 is actually exporting and verifying your list. So the best scraping tool is use Apollo.io because you can get the email addresses of your leads in your ICP. You can build a very targeted list for a competitive and very cheap price. And you can scrape the leads using the criteria to define your ICP directly from the site. So as we've defined our ICP, which hopefully you've done, you can literally type in the job titles, location, employee count, industry, etc. And this is what it looks like. It has a huge database, pretty reliable. Yeah, highly recommend. And yeah, in terms of Apollo lead scraping tips, under email status, only use verified, okay to use, and unverified emails. You don't want to use anything else. And you want to also exclude current client company names or blacklisted company names, obviously tailored to you, because you don't want to be reaching out to your clients, your current clients, because you're already working with them and you're just going to annoy them, right? So you also want to exclude keywords like marketing or government or anything would show in the result that you wouldn't want to reach out to. So for example, if you're targeting real estate and you put real estate as a keyword or industry, a real estate marketing agency such as one of your competitors could show up in the Apollo results, and you'd be reaching out to an agency who you can't help just because they have real estate in their keywords, right? So you want to exclude the word marketing to get rid of those type of companies. So yeah, here's a diagram of Apollo lead scraping tips. And yeah, the best verifying tool is Million Verifier. So Apollo doesn't give fully verified leads, and sometimes it's outdated. So you need to make sure you're verifying the leads so that your deliverability is on point and you don't get any bounces, right? So, yeah, million verify is where you verify the emails you've scraped. You can verify thousands of emails for a very cheap price, and you'll get a report of good emails, bad emails, and risky emails. And this is kind of how it looks like when you export a list and verify it. So, yeah, in terms of what you want to use, you'll get good emails, bad emails, and okay to emails. Bad emails you never use, right? Good emails, put that into your sending tool and start ripping cold emails to them. In terms of okay to use, these are either may not exist or catch-alls, right? So catch-alls are unknowns. And what you can do is verify these catch-alls with tools such as Scrubby or Listmint and get the good emails from, right? Bad emails, you don't want to reach out to them because, again, it's going to mess up your deliverability rate and have more bounces. So yeah, to actually verify your catch-alls, what is a catch-all, first of all? It's an email account that is specified to receive all messages that are addressed to an incorrect email address for a domain, right? And this means it can still bounce. So to increase our lead list with valid emails, we would need to verify these catch-alls. There are two ways to do this. The Google People Chips method, which finds people with valid Google email accounts via Google Sheets. So here's a quick YouTube video on how to do that. Or you could use a third-party service like Scrubby.io or Listmint.io, which sends emails to those catch-alls to check whether they bounce or not. So yeah, here's Scrubby and here's Listmint. And use listkit.io if you can't be bothered verifying Apollo. You have to build your list on Apollo, export it, and then send it to Million Verifier, and then go Scrubby. So if you can't be bothered doing all of that, you want to use listkit because it serves the same function as Apollo, except it triple verifies all the leads with a click of a button. You don't have to spend time to validate your emails on Million Verifier, and you don't have to validate your catch-alls on Scrubby or Listmint. You can export a list of verified emails in just minutes. So yeah, on top of this, they recently added phone numbers to their database, which is very convenient when you want to warm call these leads. Listkit is more expensive than Apollo, however, but you pay for what you get, right? So this is how it kind of looks like on Apollo, on Listkit, sorry. And here's their website. So in terms of bonus of this video and this document, I want to give you a free offer. So I will scrape 1,000 Apollo leads for you for free. So if you define your ICP and send me those details, I will use our own in-house Apollo scraper that we use for our agency. You will still need to verify through Million Verifier, or we could potentially have a chat and I could just do that for you. But you will have a list of 1,000 leads that after verified you can use to outreach yourself, whether that's through cold email software or you're manually sending that yourself or getting someone in your team to do that. And all you have to do is fill out this form here. And yeah, that should be a link there. But alternatively, we can go through your ICP on a call, and I'm happy to export these leads for free for you. If you wanted a free cold email strategy, I will tell you what domains to buy, how to set up DNS records, and I will write you 7 cold email scripts completely for free. So yeah, you can fill out this 30-second form here. But yeah, once filled out, I will send you 30 custom domain names to buy, a full DNS record setup guide, 5 testable A/B scripts, and 2 unique follow-up scripts, all for free with no strings attached. Yeah, here's the link. But yeah, otherwise, my actual service, Conquered Leads, is a done-for-you lead gen company that helps marketing agencies and B2B companies book more sales meetings on their calendar through a performance basis, through cold email, right? So if you feel like you don't generate enough leads, you only get clients from referrals, and don't generate any of your own, or there's a high competition in saturated markets, and it's difficult to reach out to the decision makers of your ideal client's business, then Conquered Leads is for you. Click here to book a call. But other than that, that's it for the video, and this is how to export a targeted lead list. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks.